Yeah,
You, y'all already know what it is, my peoples. Box Center, your favorite boxer, favorite boxing show. JSmiff, in the flesh. What's good, my peoples? Let's talk boxing. Yeah, get with your boy. Get with your boy.
so it looks like
Terrence Bud Crawford is going to fight Sebastian Fundora next at the 154 division.
you know,
Something to take into consideration. Sebastian Fundora holds two titles at the 154 division, and Terrence Crawford already has the title that he won off of Madrimon. In other words, if he beats Fundora, he's going to have three out of the four major titles. He'll be one fight away from becoming undisputed in a third division. Remember, Bud is the first two division undisputed champion in the four belt era. He may actually become a three division undisputed champion, or he'll have the opportunity to do so if he gets past Fedora. Um, Now, obviously, Canelo Alvarez, his name is always going to come up now. When we talk about Terrence Crawford, that's the funny thing about it. A lot of people don't want to see Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford, but now their name is going to be linked. It's almost like every conversation where people talk about Terrence Crawford moving up or not, already the talks are about Canelo and Bud.
hey,
¿Qué es
hey,
lo que, hermano mío? Activo aquí.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Listen, Terrence Crawford, by the way, yo, hit that like button, my peoples. Don't be cheap with that like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, Box Center, yo, your favorite boxing show, my peoples. Yo, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I promise you, this is the best boxing channel for you. But check it, man. Hey, yo, hit that like button, my peoples. Don't be cheap with y'all boy, man. That like button, I'm not gonna charge you. It's free. You just hit that like button, boop, free. So check it, right? If Terrence Crawford beats Sebastian Fundora, he's automatically gonna have three of the titles. So imagine if he could decide to go for undisputed if Canelo's not available right away. He can go for undisputed in the 154 division and then finally move up and challenge Canelo Alvarez. So imagine that, yo, Terrence Crawford has the opportunity to become a three division undisputed champion, and that would make it even more attractive for Canelo to want to make that fight. So I know a lot of people don't want to see it. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, I don't care for Bud Crawford to fight Canelo, and he's gonna get washed and all that good stuff." I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it. I've been telling people that. My people's check it though, man. Box Center. If you love boxing, this is gonna be one of your favorite boxing channels. I promise. Hit that like button. It's free. I'm not gonna charge you anything. And go ahead and subscribe. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you that fire. But again, I want to know the people's opinion. Do you think Terrence Crawford can fight Canelo Alvarez and win that fight? Or do you believe that, Canelo's going to wash him? A lot of people telling me, oh, Canelo's going to wash Bud. Canelo's going to knock him out. I tell you what, man, that fight is not even going to be about weight. It's going to be about skills. It's going to be about who's going to be able to outbox who. That's what that's going to be about. Hello. Yeah. So Saludo, Mexico City. What's good, my peoples? So again, yo, in my opinion, Terrence Buck Crawford is going to outbox Canelo the same way Dimitri Bivol outboxed him. Boom, hold that. Is that supposed to be a controversial opinion? I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, and I believe that's how it's gonna play out. Just remember, a lot of people used to say Canelo's Spence is too big, Crawford is too little, Crawford is gonna get knocked out by Errol Spence, and you saw how that played out. Terrence Bud Crawford gave Canelo the beating. I mean, Terrence Bud Crawford gave Errol Spence the beating of a lifetime. The beating of a lifetime. And people were saying he was going to get knocked out by him. So guess what? A lot of people think that Canelo, because he's at 168, he's so much bigger than Bud Crawford. But nah, my people, Canelo's not a big dude. He's actually a small 168 pounder. Shout out to Venezuela, my people. Gracias, gracias. Appreciate you hopping on, my boy. You already know what it is. So I'm just saying, yo, Terrence Crawford, and and look at the people who beat Canelo. They didn't beat him with power. They didn't bully him. They beat him with boxing skills. Floyd Mayweather outboxed him. Dimitri Bivol outboxed him. That's how they beat him. So, Terrence Bud Crawford doesn't have to, um, Bud doesn't have to have this power and knock him out. He can outbox him for 12 rounds, just like those other guys did. Honduras, que lo que? My peoples, don't forget to hit that like button, my peoples. It's free of charge. Dele ese like ahí, pam, pam, pam. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, my people. Don't forget to subscribe to Box Center. The very fire content, you find it here. If you love boxing, this is for you. This is for you if you love boxing, my peoples. But again, I gave y'all my opinion. Terrence Buck Crawford is going to outbox Canelo Alvarez. Period, point blank. If it happens, of course. I can't predict the future. I do think that this fight is gonna happen just because it's so big that, you know, it just has to happen. I put it to you like this: Terrence Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez has to happen. So, let's enjoy Bud versus Fedora. Obviously, I'm expecting Terrence Crawford to win that fight, and I don't know what's next. I would love for him to fight Canelo right after Fundora. But Canelo may not be available right after Fundora. So I don't know how that's gonna play out, but I really do hope Bud and Canelo mix it up. They gotta share the ring. That's a fight. And I don't even understand why so many people say, I don't wanna see it, I don't wanna see it. Why would you not wanna see it? We got two pound for pound fighters, two very accomplished fighters. Like, that's a very interesting fight. Then we got the guy trying to move up multiple divisions to challenge this great fighter. That's a great storyline. That's what movies are made of. Why would you not want to see that? Is it that maybe people don't want Canelo to get beat up by Crawford? Is it that maybe people fear what may happen, so they don't want Crawford to have that opportunity? Because I remember when people used to also say, well, he doesn't deserve the fight with Errol because he don't sell pay-per-views, so he don't deserve that fight. Wait a minute. He don't deserve the fight with Errol because he don't sell pay-per-views? You sound like you're scared of seeing that fight happen because we got two pound for pound fighters, two undefeated champions. Why would you not want to see it? You saw what happened to Errol. That's the reason y'all didn't want to see it. So now it's the same thing with Canelo. The same deal. People don't want to see it because they scared Crawford is going to whoop that ass. That's why. Again, my peoples, don't forget to hit that like button, my peoples, because I'm telling you the truth. I ain't playing with y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to hear these facts. Now, we got to talk about Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. So many people are saying that they short. Tank Davis is going to knock Shakur out. Really, you sure? Sure, Tank Davis is going to knock Shakur out? Now, taking into account that Shakur Stevenson is the best defensive fighter in boxing by a landslide, the most unhittable fighter, I don't know how you could be so sure Tank is going to knock him out. I don't know. That's just me, my people. That's, I'm trying to figure out how could you be so sure that Tank is gonna knock Shakur out when Shakur is the most unhittable fighter in boxing. Tank didn't knock out Pitbull. You telling me Pitbull got a better defense than Shakur Stevenson? I don't know, but I don't think so. I think that's pretty easy to answer that question.
Ooh, Jake Paul's back.
That's some serious trolling right there. My boy say Jake Paul is better. Jake Paul is better than who? Oh shit, that's a good one right there. My peoples, don't forget to hit that like button. I promise you, I'm not gonna charge you. It's free. Subscribe to Box Center, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. Check out the videos on here, and you're gonna find out why. This is it right here, my peoples. I'm your connections. I'm your plug. Can Prime Mike Tyson beat Evander Holyfield? Maybe, maybe. It's hard for me to say yes because Holy Prime Holyfield was also the real deal, like his name suggests. So that's maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's a 50-50 fight. Prime Mike Tyson versus Prime Evander Holyfield. That's a 50-50 fight. Can't call it.
I mean,
First of all, shout out to my boy Cornelius. Appreciate you hopping on. So I don't know, prime for prime, honestly, I feel you. You say he can't beat Evander. I think prime for prime, it's a closer fight. Um, we saw how Mike. The thing is, if you recall, as Mike started to go towards the tail end of his career, he started struggling with taller opponents. Why? Because now that he got older, he didn't have that much waist and head movement like he used to have in his 20s. Remember, in his 20s, he was handling tall opponents easy. But as he started getting older and he started losing that movement, he started getting tagged and he struggled. Buster Douglas, the first guy that beat him, was considerably taller than him. Like, Buster's a tall dude. And you saw what Lennox Lewis did to him. So, once Mike Tyson got a little bit older, he no longer had that bobbing and weaving in his arsenal. It was a wrap. He was getting beat up by the tall guys. But younger Iron Mike Tyson, man, he was nasty. One of the, I think Mike Tyson is one of those fighters who he was actually scary. Like, even watching him, you were scared for his opponent. Like, ooh, this guy's gonna get brutalized. Mike Tyson is one of the few fighters that made you feel like that, like scared for his opponents. Yo, Mike Tyson was something different, man. Mike Tyson. Now I tell you what though, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, 60, almost 60-year-old Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. This time around, I'm scared for Mike Tyson, my brother. For real. For real. What I'm hoping for is that Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is going to be a little bit scripted, where they already know, hey, Jake Paul, you can't hurt him, you can't do certain things. You know, they're going to spar a little bit, tag each other up, but maybe Jake Paul is going to have some type of rules where he can't do too much. But if they both really going to box for real, I'm scared for Mike Tyson, yo. For real. Cornelius, you saying Mike gonna drop him? Bro, I don't know. I think you're underestimating Father Time, man. I think you're underestimating Father Time. Mike Tyson about to be 60 years old. And also you underestimating Jake Paul, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Jake Paul has been already training for about 4 years. And he's been training, the guy has a lot of money right now. He's been training with top level trainers. He's been sparring with professionals. So, like, Jake Paul has all the available resources and he's been going at it hard for the last 4 years. So, as much as we don't like it, because he came from a social media background, he's a YouTuber and all that, as much as some people don't want to admit it, I can admit it already. Jake Paul already learned how to box. He's never gonna be an elite level boxer, but he already knows how to box. What I'm saying? He can box and oh shit, my peoples, we done had a technical difficulty. Hold on. You see? Y'all making me go. Hold on, my peoples. We suffered a little setback right here with my light. Hold on. Bear with. Damn, yo. What's good, my peoples? Suffered a little technical difficulties, but we back on track. As I was saying, yo, Jake Paul, he can box, yo. So when you take a guy who's in his 20s, in the prime of his strength, and he has some skill already, and you put him up against a legend who's completely washed, who's nearly 60 years old, bro, the results are not going to be what you think. They're not going to be what y'all think, my people.
Yo, the phone.
The phone did with my ass. That was the light that whooped my ass. What's good, NYC Alex? So yeah, man, Mike Tyson, bro, you know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. For people who think Mike Tyson is just gonna beat Jake Paul up, I'm gonna tell you something that you're not considering. Cause Mike looked real good when he's hitting the packs, hitting the mix, boom, boom, boom. He looked real good, he was sharp. But here's what y'all don't understand, bro. When you that age in your 50s, your punch resistance has dropped down to nothing. And Mike Tyson is going to be getting hit by a guy in his 20s who's very strong. Jake Paul's a strong kid. Y'all seen him knock people out with one punch, one haymaker. So what he's never going to be is an elite level boxer. He's never going to be a real champion. But he will be a 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Believe it.
And listen,
Listen,
I
I
would have
wouldn't
been.
be surprised if Jake Paul knocked out Mike Tyson.
You know why I'm
You
telling you
know
this?
this? Yo, go back to Mike Tyson's last couple of professional fights, man. Mike Tyson got stopped by guys who probably stopped him, and right after that went to work the night shift at Wendy's. So I'm trying to tell you, Mike Tyson, he was a great heavyweight. scary fighter to watch because he was just gonna hurt his opponent. Like you actually felt bad for his opponent. But come on, Mike is almost 60 years old. Jake Paul is young. He's in his prime. He's strong. He's been training and boxing with all of the available resources. He's good to beat Mike Tyson. I'm telling you.
Um,
So y'all already know what I told y'all. Terrence Bud Crawford will end up moving up, or if he moves up to the 168 division, he will be Canelo Alvarez.
Shakur Stevens
Stevenson, he's
gonna
gonna
beat
beat
Tank
Tank
Davis.
Davis when they fight. All that stuff about Tank is gonna knock him out. I'm sorry, y'all, it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yo,
So remember,
so many people said Pitbull was gonna knock Rayo Valenzuela out. A lot of people. Oh yeah, yeah, Pitbull's gonna knock Rayo out. And what happened? Rayo outboxed him. Now a lot of people saying Tank is gonna knock Shakur out. Same deal, my people. Boxers beat punchers all the time. Shakur's gonna outbox him.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Truth. You see, you see it as nonsense, right? But let me ask you a question. And I respect that you have a different opinion. But let me ask you a question. Tell me what in Shakur's style of boxing or in his previous fights have you seen that tells you Tank is gonna knock him out?
I want you to tell me that.
What do you see in Shakur's style of boxing or in his resume or in a previous fight that tells you that Tank is gonna knock him out?
Cause
You know, like NYC Alex, you know that you be juggling Tank Davis's nizuts in your mizout, right? But tell me, what is it exactly about Shakur's defense that tell you Tank is gonna knock him out?
you're just gonna chase him.
That's it.
See, that's the thing.
People keep telling me Tank is gonna knock him out, and then I'm asking, okay, he just gonna hit him with a punch and that's it. Shakur is gonna stand there and why do you believe Shakur is gonna get knocked out? What have you seen from him? He ain't never been knocked out. He ain't never been hurt in his whole career by nobody. So what makes you so sure that Tank is gonna knock him out?
So the question.
Question is, who has Shakur fought? Who has Tank fought? Tell me who Tank fought. Let's go name for name. Go ahead. Tell me a name Tank fought, and I'll tell you a name Shakur fought, and we go name for name. Give me a name. Tell me who Tank fought.
I mean the
The fight with how he's gonna play out with Shakur and Tank, we don't really know. We have to see it, right? Okay, so you said Pedraza and Barrios. Those are the two names that you brought up. Okay. I got Oscar Valdez, who's actually more accomplished than both of those fighters. And Barrios only won a secondary title, by the way.
Barbosa and Cruz.
Pitbull ain't never won a title. When Tank beat him, Pitbull had never won a title. Pitbull wasn't a champion.
Ryan Garcia
He's
has.
never won a title in his life. I just named Oscar Valdez a champion that Shakur beat. And you naming guys who never won a title.